Hello. It is Friday, August 9th, and I really struggled whether or not to come back on here, but I got some horrific news yesterday, and I thought I'd document it and make some comments about it. Excuse me. A very good friend of mine, been friends for over 15 years or so. I mentioned her on past vlogs. She got the final diagnosis yesterday. She has Alzheimer's. She's 69 years old. Forgive me. I prayed and talked to her prior to leaving for the appointment yesterday. Mind you, she had 3 appointments in the last several weeks with neurologists and specialists in this field, and they tested her upside down and backwards, and then gathered up all the information and come to this diagnosis. Now, we knew, I knew something was not right, but I just wanted to believe that it wasn't that. I wanted to believe it was benzos. So I'm going to talk about benzos because, lo and behold, that was brought up. And all the specialists said benzos had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And I was shocked because I've read to the contrary from laymen. But the specialists say benzos, and she said, been on benzos for years and years and years, and sometimes at very high doses, and they said, no, had nothing to do with it. So take that bit of information with you. But anyways, I did talk to her for a long time and prayed with her before she left for the appointment with her daughter yesterday, and she was in good spirits because she, like me, was trying to believe that it was drug-induced or just, little memory loss. Nothing serious. It's very serious. I was driving back from somewhere yesterday, and I got the text from her daughter saying, not good news, she's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and I just lost it. I just start crying out to God and crying because I know what this means. It's a death sentence. I don't know, outside of ALS, what would be worse than getting this diagnosis. Getting a diagnosis of cancer. You can treat it. It's painful. But your mind, for the most part, is still intact. I've watched ALS patients, and my own mother watched somebody with Alzheimer's dementia. It's horrifying. Her mother died of it. Her aunt and her first cousin is in the late stages of it right now. Doesn't know anything, doesn't even know what a toothbrush is. So she nursed her mother throughout her entire time of having it. So my friend knows firsthand what she's up against and what's going to happen. And so I say to the Lord, okay, here's the new challenge, because I have to be there for her. I want to be there for her. Whatever I can do, I'm going to be used, and I'm going to be stretched in a lot of different ways now, because my brother has to get back here from Iowa. He has to move back here. And the sooner the better. Now my sister's offering to fly there, help him get his stuff together, and then drive with him back here. And we'll figure out putting him up until he can find a place to stay permanently. I don't know. It's just so many things, so many plates, just so many plates in the air. This is literally what I'm doing. But what I said, I talked to her for hours last night. She called me after her family had left, and we talked for hours last night, my friend and I said to her, okay, so this is what I've been preaching. Some people don't care for this, don't want to hear this. Turn me off. I don't care if you don't like it. But if I can encourage anyone, today is the only day you have. Today. Tomorrow we don't know, and yesterday is gone, so you only have today. So if it means you go out with a walker and a wheelchair, slide on your butt, embrace today. Embrace it the best you can. I waited and waited and waited for things to change, and they never changed for me. Taking LDN has helped, yes, immensely. But the other part of this puzzle was me just saying, I don't care anymore. I don't care how bad I feel. I just got back from my 3-mile walk. Believe me, if you think for a second it's easy, it is not. I'm literally walking like this. And my feet are killing me. I have such pain and neuropathy in my feet right now that it's like somebody's stabbing me with knives as I'm walking. And I just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I just keep doing it. Does that mean I'm something special? No, I'm stubborn. Last Sunday in church, so off balanced. Oh my gosh. Driving to church, I'm literally saying to the Lord, I have no business being behind the wheel of this car, although I would do better driving. And I have no business going to church today, but I'm going to go. The enemy's not going to win. I'm not going to let him win. And so during church, during worship, holding on to the chairs in front of me, wobbling and teetering in my brain and thinking, no, I'm not going to sit down. You ain't going to win, Satan. After church, I'm walking out and people were talking and stuff, and somebody said something behind me, and I started to turn, and I literally, if the wall had not been on this side of me and my friend was on this side of me who grabbed my arm, I would have gone right down. I would have gone right down. A couple years ago, I fell and broke this thumb. Just went down. I had nothing to grab a hold of. So I have fallen and hurt myself bad in the past with this. By the way, if y'all think, well, she's not as bad as I am. Really? I broke my hand falling. I have fell in the past. And so on Sunday, as I said, the wall and this person grabbing my arm stopped me from falling. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just dizzy. I'm just dizzy. That's my life. That's my life. As horrible as it is, it's not as bad as being told you have Alzheimer's. I'll take this over that anytime. I have to put things in perspective. I have the ability to do so much with so little. I can't even fathom what my friend is feeling right now. She said to me last night, I just want to die now. I just want to die. Just kill me because I don't want to be a burden to my family. I don't want to get to the point like my mother did. What do you say to that? I just said, we have today, and every day you're going to embrace it, and we're going to do things, and we're going to embrace every day. No matter how bad you feel, we're going to do it. We're just going to do it because you got to make memories. I'm thinking about doing a video legacy for her, with her. So I'm going to talk to her about it when I see her, about doing some videos. She could talk to her children and leave messages to her children while she's still can. And this could go on for years. Nobody's saying that she's going to lose her mind tomorrow. It's just that you don't know. You don't know. It's one of those things you just don't know. And I watched my mom become somebody I didn't even know. But anyways, you people who are on benzos, I don't believe you have to worry about it then. I mean, I'm just going by these are the specialists in the big hospital here locally, who told her, benzos had nothing to do with this. And anyone who tells you they do, they're wrong. Benzos are not good. Don't get us wrong. We're not saying that, oh, benzos are a good thing. We're just saying that it's not the cause of Alzheimer's. And it doesn't exasperate it. So I'm sharing that information. You can tell me I'm full of crap, or I'm just telling you what they said. Anyway, my brother is doing worse. I mentioned him a little while ago. He's been in and out of the hospital in the last month. I can't even count the times anymore. He's totally in complete renal failure, as we know. But now he's the heart issues, and he has to go in for an ablation. And now they're finding something wrong with his swallowing, and he has to go in for a swallow eval, and I fear I'm going to lose him before he gets here. I already lost one brother. They found him dead in his bed. He'd been dead for 3 days. With his dog just laying next to him because he was away from family. And that's why we're making such a push to make this brother get here near me so I can take care of him. So the Lord knows, no matter how sick I am, I have to do this. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. And so I'm going to give you this analogy that came to me the other day. Men and women who've been in the military, especially many, many years ago, do you think that when they got sick, they could just say to their commanding officer, I'm feeling dizzy today. My feet hurt. My head hurts. My neck is killing me. Can't go out on patrol. Really? Too bad. Stand up, soldier, and move. You didn't have that pleasure. You stumbled through it. I'm sure that people were very sick who've been in the military and just had to. And so that's how I'm looking at it, that I'm a soldier. I don't have a choice. I took many years of laying on this couch and laying on my bed, not driving. I didn't drive for 5 years. And so now with my friend and my brother, I gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm grateful to the Lord that He's giving me the ability to be so stubborn, falling over in church. And yet just doing it now. With that being said, Wednesday, I had my monthly, we're going to do this monthly now. Excuse me, I gotta fix my pillows. Gathering with my girlfriends from school. We met at a restaurant in Olive Garden. Got there at 1, we never left till after 5. 5 hours of talking and laughing and wetting our pants, and just, it was so therapeutic. I have to tell you, being with somebody who can make you laugh, the gut laugh, it is the best medicine. These girls have known me since elementary school. We were just talking about different things, laughing our butts off about things that we had done when we were in our teen years and our 20s, and I was very off balance the whole time. my point is I was enjoying the moment, not letting them know that I was holding onto the table half the time, and I kept, you know, trying to ignore the head feeling, but just enjoying that moment, just absorbing those moments with them. Just taking every moment that the Lord has us on this earth and just cherishing it. So if you're able to get out your door and even sit outside, walk around your yard. If you really can, take a little walk. Go out for a ride. Get out of your house. Get out of those four walls. Do whatever you can, please. I just want to encourage you guys, to anyone who's listening to this, who's hesitant, fearful. Fear gripped me for too many years. I allowed fear to grip me because I was so sick, and it was like, I'm not going to go out and make a fool of myself and fall over and then go home and cry in bed because my body hurts so bad and I'm in so much pain and my dizziness is worse. Well, I know I'm scattered all over with my topics right now, but let me also add that my dizziness, my off balance, my equilibrium, my maldebarkment, whatever it is, I feel has gotten worse since I've been on the 3 milligrams. So just yesterday, I drove to the pharmacy. I didn't even want, because I was down to only 2 more capsules. Didn't have time for them to mail it. And had my doctor call it in for 2.5. Went back to 2.5. And this is how it's been for me with the LDN. I've had to titrate up very slowly. If any of you have watched me and know that, you know, I went on 2 milligrams 3 different times. It took me 3 tries to get to 2 milligrams. And then 2.5 seemed fine. But now the last month I've been on 3 and I have not done well. I've had a couple days. Oh, I should mention a week ago today, I went out on the boat with my daughter and son-in-law and grandkids. My husband had to work the entire day. We went out on Ontario Lake, which if any of you know or Google it, it's a huge lake. It's like being on the ocean, truly. And I've been on the ocean many, many times. I've taken many cruises. Been to many different countries. Well, not many. But anyways, it's like being on the ocean. Waves and beaches and everything. We got out on the boat probably at 10 a.m. and didn't get off until after 6:30. I was on that boat the entire day, swimming and on and off, and going. We'd anchor and go on to these little secluded beaches, and me and the kids would play, and it was a 9+ day. No symptoms at all. None. Movement makes me feel better, apparently. And my son-in-law even said, well, what would make it a 10? And I said, if we had a cabana boy here feeding me and, you know, serving me. Other than that, it's a 9+. But then on Sunday, I was so bad. So was it because I was on the boat? Is it the 3 milligrams? I mean, I've been having more bad days than not. So I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. All I know is that tonight is my last 3 milligram capsule, and then I'll go back to 2.5 and see if my brain settles down again a little bit. So I'm sorry for the crying. I have to stay strong for her. She tried to read me some of the information that they gave her yesterday, you know, in regards to the testing, the results of the testing, and nothing she read to me was good. It was, I said, you know what, Sharon, when I see you, I'll read it myself, okay? You don't need to read it to me, honey. So she and her daughter had to go back to see a geriatrician today. the first person she ever saw who ordered up all these tests, because when she met my girlfriend, automatically knew, no, there is something definitely wrong. You have deficits. I'm waiting to hear from her. They had to go this morning in regards to treatment. I mean, there's really not treatment in the term of like it can get better, but there are medications out there that have been proven to slow down the progression of it. So anyways, I'm waiting to hear what happened at this appointment, and possibly I was going to meet up with her and her daughter later on today for lunch or maybe an early dinner and just spend some time with her. And I asked the Lord, why? Why, God? Why? Why any of us are suffering day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. I mean, every morning I wake up feeling horrid in the morning. And I flip my legs over the side of the bed and go, move on, soldier. Get up and shut your mouth. My family seems to think I'm all better now. They'll make comments about doing things. Let's do this, do that. And I'll say, guys, I can't do that. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're like, you're fine now. And I'm like, I am not fine. I just don't say anything to you anymore. I keep it to myself. What's the point of me telling you the same thing over and over again? The definition of insanity. So I say, because I don't talk about it and I hide it so well doesn't mean I'm all better. I am better, but I'm not all better. Oh, no. So anyways, what was said about the benzo intrigued me, because of course, with what's happening to her, scared me, because I've been on a benzo since 2012 now. Yeah, since 2012. So, 2012 or 2013, I can't remember. Anyways, but I'm down to, as you know, I'm still down to 0.25 of it, and until this stables again, if it ever stables again, I can't think about chipping away or doing anything. I'm just staying at the 0.25. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. I don't know what to do. It's only in the low 70s today. Partly sunny, partly cloudy. Tomorrow's not going to be all that warm either. So, no pool for me. For at least today or tomorrow. So I don't know what my plans are after today, as far as maybe getting one of my grandkids and having a date day. I don't know. Anyways, I've babbled long enough. Thank you for even stopping by. Got any comments about what you think in regards to the benzo, please leave them below. I'd be happy to read it. Although I have done as much research as anyone in the possibly humanly possible could do. Thought I read every bit of literature there was on this in regards to the connection between Alzheimer's, dementia, and taking long-term benzo use. Who knows? God bless.